Who are you? Go and nurse your injuries there. Thank you.
Kindly, if you could just pass the mic here.
Thank you.
Please, let's make the questions precise,
Yes.
to the point, because we are running out of time. Please, if you may.
Thank you. My name is Isaac. My question goes to the madam from IPOA. There are photos, videos circulating online. I believe you have seen them. As per now, how many police officers have been prosecuted? Number 2, last year during Azimio demos, very many people were killed. The issues were reported to IPOA. Even photo evidences were there. As per now, 1 year later, how many police officers are in court answering for killings of innocent protesters? And are we expecting any action anytime soon as per concerning people that were killed in the recent demos? If not, when are you guys from IPOA resigning, going home, so that we can disband that IPOA, we create a system that functions? Thank you.
Please, let's ensure that your questions are very brief because of time. Kindly, the lady, and then we will close at that point. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Ruth Ambogo, and mine is just to make a very brief statement. I happen to be one of the people who have been actively taking care of the some of the victims who went through whatever they went through during these demonstrations. And from my observation, all I would say is that these people need the support of the community. You know, sometimes what happens is that when someone, for instance, is abducted and found, people now go quiet and think that all is well. These people need beyond telling them pole. These people need you to act beyond asking them questions about what they went through. They need your support. They need your presence. Some of them need you to physically come and sit with them and just, spend some time with them. So if you hear or know of any of your friends, close friends, distant friends, who have gone through these horrendous experiences, find some time, look for them, but most importantly, do not bombard them with questions about what they went through. At their own time, they will tell you, and in their own fashion, they will explain to you what they've been through, but that support is very necessary. And the support should go beyond psychological support. Some of them need financial support. Some of them need to relocate from where they currently, or where they used to live, because they are not safe where they used to live. I hope you guys get me, right? And I'll donate 30 seconds to the LSK member to ask a question.
Because you're running out of time, I would like Commissioner to answer kindly.
Let me throw in just 1 second question. I want the Commissioner to give us an update. They are saying they have confirmed 39 people were killed. Were they involved in the pathologist, have they recovered the pathologist report, ballistic report to know where the guns came from, where the bullets came from? Those are the things we want to know so that we're able to know who are the guys we are going after. So they're not just stories of action. And so we want to know what have you done with the data. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So please, Commissioner Fatma, if you could, a lot of the questions were directed to you. The first one from Mama Mwangi, if you could, as IPOA, as an oversight authority, how can you help her to find his son? And then there was another one that was directed to you from a gentleman that was seated in the middle. There's a guy that has lost much of his ability to do anything, 70%. How do you ensure of his safety even as he continues to give information to IPOA? And what are some of the financial support from your organization that you can be able to accord the guy? And then the other question that came from the other end is, what are some of the cases as IPOA has instituted so far, and how many police are behind bars?
Okay. Thank you very much. Mama, I feel you. As a mother, I know what you're going through. And I just want to assure you that we'll work together. We'll see how best it is that we can help you so that we can also get your missing son. When it comes to the issue of Rex Masai, we have reviewed the clips. the CCTV cameras, and we find the suspect is still at large. We have done post-mortem. We were there. We are looking at the ballistics. You know, we don't even have labs to check on this ballistics. We rely on DCI. That's also another shortcoming that we have. So when we get DCI examining the same ballistics that they are using, it becomes a bit difficult. That is why during the task force of the Maraga, we recommended that the DCI forensic lab gets out of the DCI. It becomes independent. Those are the part of the reforms that we need as a country. For that way, we'll be able to analyze. So when we attend, we are not able to get ballistics. It becomes very difficult. What we're in the process and seeing how best. We have written letters to the IG to ensure that we get the correct number of details of what is missing in our report. In fact, the case of Rex Masai, we are almost closing in. And at the end of the day, I want to assure members of the public, we will get justice for Rex and all the 39 or 40 members who died of this Kenyan Republic. Postmortems, we have attended. We are recording statements. At the end of the day, we'll assure you that we'll have justice. I think that's where I want to leave it at.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Fatma. LSK, be brief in terms of what are the helps that you can be able to give in relation to Thabita, who is seeking her son.
Thank you very much. My mother, it is unfortunate that for the past 2 weeks, you have not been able to sleep because you don't know where your son is. In law, we have a recourse of habeas application. After this, we'll be able to come and get in touch with you, and we get all the details, and we proceed to file a matter on habeas application. Because, as it has been narrated, it happened during the Maandamano, and it is known it is the police who are abducting. So we are going after them in that habeas application to produce him. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tess. Let's get the closing remarks from Joshua as we wind up this session. Of course, the discussions are ongoing on Twitter, formerly now called X, so you can continue the conversation there. But Joshua, on your closing remarks, what is your call on action to the leaders that are listening and watching today?
IPOA, the members of IPOA, your difference, the difference between you and CSS is just time. So, the former CSS, yeah. So please get to work. Don't be lazy. Do that which you're paid to do, because you are getting your salaries from the Kenyan people. To my fellow young people, especially those who were abducted and found alive, I would love to encourage you to come out and speak. Because if you don't speak, if you don't tell people what is really happening, what this government and the police are really perpetuating, then no one is going to know the dark side of the police and the government at large. To everyone else, do not be deluded by the two things that have been done. Do not be cheated that because the cabinet secretaries have been dismissed, that because the Finance Bill 2024 was dropped or rejected, then someone is meaning well for you. They are not. Because if they did, we would not have gotten to a point where after killings, after abductions, after torture and everything, then the perpetrators are calling for dialogue. If they wanted dialogue, that should have been done way before. If they indeed meant well for the people of Kenya, and they wanted to engage the young people and act upon their requests and demands, they should have done this. I mean, to the very latest, should have been the first Tuesday when we went to the streets. Otherwise, they waited for a second protest, a third, and a fourth for them to act and to tell you that we are going for a dialogue. It's not going to work. They have not changed. They are the same people. They are the same people, the same characters, and they will be making the same decisions. Right now, they will make something that makes you happy. to make you think that they're going to change. They're not going to change. Let us heed to the call to focus on the bigger goal, which is an overhaul of this government and let them go home. Because ultimately, no condition is permanent. Ruto must go, and this is a just cause. And when the cause is just, conquer we must. Please help me say that. When the cause is just, 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 and indeed we shall conquer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joshua, for that powerful closing remarks. At this point, I'd like to close.
Make my closing remarks.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh,
Thank you. Mine is twofold. One, in addition to IPOA, the NIS is also supposed to have a similar oversight body under Section 66 and 67. It has never been operationalized despite numerous court rulings. The National Intelligence Service, that's a major area. Then the second area is, and the chair of the student at KSL has clearly indicated that this revolution is being given to us with a lot of trickery and treachery. When the president rejected the finance bill, we all felt a sense of a win. But the following day, he signed something called the Appropriations Act. That gives him full powers to spend the budget that he created with the wrong priorities and so on. He said he needed to do it before June. People, that is a lie. The Constitution anticipates that we can close a financial year without an Appropriations Act. And thereafter, the government will only be allowed to spend 50% until a proper Appropriations Act has been passed. He has said he will amend it using a supplementary budget. Supplementary budget is for additions, not for deletions. Please, let us demand a new budget that has the people's priorities. Otherwise, he still has all the money to continue violating us. Thank you.
thank you so much, Diana, for those closing remarks. We thank you for sharing and the discussions that we've had. And we wish you well, Joshua, even as you seek justice for what was meted against you. So at this point, I'd like to invite the LSK president, Faith Odhiambo, to come and give her closing remarks. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good job you're doing. How are you?
And we want to announce the Inspector General of Police has resigned. People's power, people's power. As we close, give me 2 minutes. First of all, I would like to say that the JKUAT students are asking that the police to receive their petition against the murder of one of their colleagues, Denzel Omondi. And so they're asking that their petition be received, that the police are humble enough to meet them, receive their petition for the full investigation onto the death of one of their very own, one of our comrades. We have seen the pain of a mother who is missing one of her children. And so these are complaints that we ask all the police agents, take your work seriously. We seek that justice not only be done, but to be seen to be done. As we end this session for today, the Citizens Assembly will continue. We will collate what we have agreed today and share them as part of the views of the Citizens Assembly. We'll be working to come closer to each and every one of you. And our motto is, we are leaving no man behind. We will leave no man behind. So we invite one of our very own to end this session. Wenye hawatusikii tutafanya nini? Tutaanguka nayo.
Viva, comrades, viva! Viva, comrades, viva! I want us to take a 1-minute moment of silence for all the lives that we have lost. We are going to say their names, and when we say their names, you're going to say viva in their honor. Denzel Omondi, Brian Lemayan Kasaine, Austin Makoha, Mike Kihunga, Kelvin Madanga, and all the people whose lives have lost. Tutasonga kwa mapinduzi, tukomboe Kenya na wananchi wote. Social justice tupe uwezo. DJ. Haya, tutaimba wimbo wa mapambano. We'll raise our left hands in honor of our country. Kupigwa na kupokonywa maisha hakutatuzuia sisi wananchi kunyakua uhuru wetu na kia jasho letu na kia jasho letu. Tumekataa kupiga magoti mbele ya wauaji. Bila shaka sisi pia ni watu, na kia jasho letu na kia jasho letu. Tumekataa kupiga magoti mbele ya wauaji. Bila shaka sisi pia ni watu, na kia jasho letu. Tumekataa kupiga magoti mbele ya wauaji. Bila shaka sisi pia ni watu, na kia jasho letu. Tumekataa kupiga magoti mbele ya wauaji. Bila shaka sisi pia ni watu, na kia jasho letu. Tumekataa kupiga magoti mbele ya wauaji. Bila shaka sisi pia ni watu, na kia jasho letu. Tumekataa kupiga magoti mbele ya wauaji. Bila shaka sisi pia ni watu, na kia jasho letu. Tumekataa kupiga magoti mbele ya wauaji. Bila shaka sisi pia ni watu, na kia jasho letu. Tumekataa kupiga magoti mbele ya wauaji. Bila shaka sisi pia ni watu, na kia jasho letu. Tumekataa kupiga magoti mbele ya wauaji. Bila shaka sisi pia ni watu, na kia jasho letu. Tumekataa kupiga magoti mbele ya wauaji. Bila shaka sisi pia ni watu, na kia jasho letu. Tumekataa kupiga magoti mbele ya wauaji. Bila shaka sisi pia ni w utumwa tumeikataa, hali ya utumwa tumeikataa. Tutanyakua mashamba yetu, tupiganie uhuru wetu, tuikomboe elimu yetu, utamaduni na viwanda vyetu, utamaduni na viwanda vyetu. Sisi hatutaki kudhulumiwa, hatutaki tena mauaji, ili kupe tuliangushe, haki na uhuru zichanue, haki na uhuru zichanue, na uhuru wetu wa Kenya, wa Kenya, uhuru wetu wa Kenya, tupiganie mashamba yetu,
wa Kenya,
wa Kenya, mashamba yetu wa Kenya,
tupigakue
na jenzi wetu,
wa Kenya, wa Kenya,
na jenzi wetu wa Kenya, katiba yetu,
wa Kenya,
wa Kenya, katiba yetu wa Kenya, tutekeleze.
Holeyo,
Holeyo, holeyo, viva.
Wanaibia nini? Ya pisi yangu.
New Superstay Skin Tint with vitamin C from Maybelline, New York. Turn up your skin with bright, skin-like coverage. Formula with vitamin C. Up to 24-hour wear. New Superstay Skin Tint, Maybelline, New York.
Download the Glovo app, order anything you want. Glovo itakuletea in minutes.
Breaking news tonight, President Biden just a short time ago holding a high-stakes news conference as our new reporting reveals growing doubts inside his own campaign. The president under pressure, coming before the cameras this evening for a rare solo news conference, saying he's not in the race for his legacy but to complete the job he started and answering questions about Russia, China, and the war in Gaza. But minutes in, Mr. Biden stumbling, mistakenly referring to his Vice President Kamala Harris as Vice President Trump. It comes as several of his closest allies tell NBC News they now believe his chances of beating Donald Trump are zero. One Biden campaign official saying, quote, he needs to drop out. He will never recover from this. All of it as the president prepares to sit down for our exclusive one-on-one interview Monday. Also tonight, deadly floods in the Northeast. Burrow's remnants slamming Vermont, washing out roads, sweeping away an apartment building, more than 100 rescued. And extremely dangerous heat, more than 50 million on alert. In Texas, some 500,000 expected to be without power into next week. Hospitals running on generators.
This is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Good evening from Washington.